Alright, so I sort of noticed that recently my output on YouTube is a little bit wavering. It goes up and down occasionally. Sometimes I'll disappear for a week at a time or even more. And I sort of wanted to explain myself a little bit because you guys might be used to a little bit more of a flurry of content. Anyway, when I started the channel in 2012, I was in a shitty-ish relationship, not taking up too much of my time. Like at the time, it wasn't affecting me in that weirder place. But anyway, my point is that I had more time on my hands. You know, I had a house, she had a house, we didn't live together, we weren't married, any of that sort of stuff. So I've gotten married and since had a child, which has reduced the amount of time I have on my hands, and I'm doing all of the breadwinning at the moment as my wife is studying and she's working a lot harder than I am, but I have to make all the money, which is interesting. But the good news is I've been able to do it all with my guitar and my very musical brain. So that's been sort of a really, really positive thing for me to be like, I don't have to get a real job. I'm never going to have to get a real job. I can just rely on my music, which is kind of a very, very good thing, I think. Yes, there's a lot of pressure, but I'm glad that the pressure hasn't resulted in me needing to get a job at like a bottle shop or something like that. But one of the, I guess the good reasons I've been busy and bad at uploading, I mean, it affects you guys, but I think a good thing to be had is that I've been doing real musician bandy stuff. That's right, guys. I've been leaving my house and not talking to a camera. So over the last couple of weeks, I've been working with two bands. I played a show with Crystal Ignite, who was formerly of the band Bellicera. Her and I have been writing together for about 2 years now. We're going through the process of picking which, 50 songs become 3 or 4 good ones. So there's been a lot of culling, but we actually got a chance to do a show, which was a charity gig. We got to play some of our music live with other musicians, and there's something really, really interesting to be said for when you're just sitting in your bedroom writing music, and then you're sort of layering guitars and you're putting in electronic drums, and then you go into a band practice and every single fragment of those wave files becomes an actual person and that music's coming at you, and then you take it on stage and play it. That is a really, really powerful and interesting thing, and I've been out of the game so long that was really, really interesting for me. So that was cool, and we got to do a gig to promote to make some money for domestic violence. It's a big problem in Australia and around the world, especially towards women, but men are obviously also affected as well. So it was a cause very dear to our heart, and I was glad to be part of that. I've also been working with my band Terra Maze. We've got 2 clips coming out soon. We just did the lyric video as well. We've been practicing quite a bit. We've been writing together, and if you know anything about Terra Maze or Dean Wells, the music is quite technical, all over the shop, and does require some love. So it's not just like joining a cover band where they're like, hey, learn Jesse's Girl, and then you just rock up and play. I've had to put a lot of time into sort of perfecting those guitar parts. There's been a lot of Skype chats with Dean, trying to figure out how to play stuff. I was just sort of thinking the other day, like, why am I not having time to make YouTube videos as much as usual? I'm like, it's because I'm being like a real musician, and that's not to discredit other people that are just sort of in their bedroom. It doesn't make you a fake musician or any less of a musician, but an actually active member of the musical community is something that I haven't done for a while. So I guess I just wanted to say, I think it's good that I've been distracted by things that are actually giving me more credibility as a musician, because one thing that was really, really strange to me, as I've been playing guitar since I was 6, which was 1993, and you guys have seen me play some pretty crazy stuff on my channel. A lot of people, every day I get people saying, you're an amazing teacher, you're a great guitarist, and that doesn't really build my ego. It's nice to hear, but I don't really think about it. So you would think that a guy like me who gets that kind of praise daily could get up on stage and just play, right? We're tuning up for this song, and everyone's looking at us, and we're getting ready to go. I've got my 7-string. This is at the Crystal Ignite gig. And so I'm picking up my Allen key, and I'm trying to put it in the headstock to undo the thing, and I can't because my hands are shaking. And I was like, this is new. This like nervous with guitar in hand thing is very, very new. So that was kind of a bit of a wake-up call to me to sort of like, I want to get back into doing more live music. I want to be playing some shows and be sort of more actively involved in music outside my bedroom and my shredding room if you will. It doesn't mean that I'm going to stop making YouTube videos. It doesn't mean that I'm not going to keep giving you guys content, but I am working to become a bit more of a rounded musician instead of just, an antisocial, introverted jerk. So yeah, does anyone out there have any antisocial, introverted jerk stories that they want to share? Anyway, just a bit of a rant and a bit of a weird tangent, but that's where I've been. Thank you for being patient with me. I've got more news from multiple bands and other things coming very, very soon, and I'll keep working on the YouTube in between, I promise. Anyway, I'll catch you guys soon. Bye.